Hello and welcome to Jobin.cloud. I'm Michael, and in this video I'll walk you through the essentials so you can get started right away. This single video should be enough to help you try things on your own, and if you want to go deeper, there are dedicated videos for each feature. Jobin.cloud is an all-in-one platform. That means not only do you have all the features you need in one place, but you can also connect them together. This synergy is powerful. You can scale your work to thousands of contacts, automate repetitive tasks, and build workflows that adapt as results come in. So let's see how it works in practice. There are 4 key steps. To understand Jobin, just keep this cycle in mind. Create a job, your workflow or project. Import contacts. You can source them in bulk. Screen them automatically. Let Jobin rank them for you. And engage with sequences. Automate outreach and pipeline tracking. Let's go through each step. First of all, create a job. Start by defining your job. Think of it as the project or task you want to complete. You can customize the steps like a pipeline to fit your process. Next, define the ideal profile. Tell Jobin what makes a contact a good fit. What are the must-have criteria, nice-to-have skills or attributes, and you can even add weights for ranking. There's also an AI option to auto-compile this for you. This is what allows us to then automatically have the contacts ranked and scored, and this activates whenever we filter for that job. And we can shortlist by only contacts that meet the minimum requirements, the must-haves. And we can even then set score thresholds. You can toggle it between contacts in the pipeline, contacts not in the pipeline, and both. The third step is import your contacts. And with Jobin, you can do this in bulk for pretty much every option at your disposal, even the CV parsing. You can either use the sourcing page or press the Jobin extension. With Jobin sourcing options, you can add hundreds or even thousands of contacts at once. Each contact goes through 2 import layers. Mini profiles are imported instantly, but they only have basic info like name and role. Whereas full profiles get downloaded in the background and have all the details on the contact. It only takes a couple of seconds per profile, and it provides us with the summary, the entire professional experience, years of experience, company sizes, descriptions, educations, certifications, even skills, and pretty much anything on the profile. This detailed data is what makes automated screening possible. And now that the contacts are in, Jobin will automatically shortlist and rank them against our job. Simply select the job in your filters, and automatically there you have it, the contacts are being ranked with a fitting percentage. We can even shortlist to only show fitting contacts. This is omitting some of the mini profiles since they haven't finished fully downloading, and we can even use the score threshold to shortlist even further. The percentage indicates the amount of nice to have and desirable keywords the contact met, whereas the show only fitting dictates if they met all the must-have criteria or reached all the required thresholds. So this means that very flexibly I can find who is fitting, and if I've got too many results I can shortlist by percentage to make sure that I'm only seeing the best contacts that have as many nice-to-haves as possible. And of course, you can make those nice-to-have keywords weighted. Whether you have 10, 1,000 or 100,000 contacts, the heavy lifting is automated, but you can always manually review if you prefer. But the point is, scale is no longer a problem. With this, we can now start bulk actions. From our contacts page, you can select one or many contacts, and whenever selected, the action bar lets us perform an action on the selected contact. If I select many, the action will be performed on all selected contacts, which you can read from the top left here. And if I want, I can even press the All button here to automatically select all the results from my search. There's lots of operations you can run, including in more bulk actions with even more options. But all in all, the Add to Sequence button is your best friend. Sequences is where you automate everything. Send connection requests or messages, add follow-ups. Every action you can run manually, you can also run in a sequence. And once you've created a sequence, you simply have to pick that sequence and the whole thing runs on its own in autopilot. You can set these up from your sequences page. And to give you a quick example, there's also templates, but I'll create a brand new one. And from here, I simply press this plus icon and I can add, for example, a connection request. If they accept, I send a LinkedIn message follow-up. If they stay pending for longer than a certain amount of time, I automatically withdraw the action, and I can assign contacts to my pipeline throughout the sequence. So for example, anyone I assign to this sequence should be assigned to a certain stage. like for example my Java developer job, in which I'll label them as contacted. You can also add conditions. For example, if the contact is already a first connection of mine, I can set the condition to must have first connection level. I can also rename it. And if the condition is true, meaning they are first connections, then automatically send them a direct message. Same concept applies for emails, wherein I can say must have email address. And if it's true, I can send them an email. And throughout the whole sequence, when the contact replies, AI can detect their intent using the AI reply identification. The defaults automatically look for if the reply is interested, not interested, maybe later, or inconclusive. And depending on which intent is identified, you can trigger next actions, like for example, adding them to a shortlist, or adding them to your pipeline in a specific interested stage. If you want to automate things even further, you can even automate adding another sequence. Picture, for example, that I'm sending a job offer to a contact, and if their response to the offer is expressing interest, then automatically I send them another sequence that then provides them with the job description or the link to my calendar or any other call to action you'd like. And since this is a sequence, it will continue following up with them in case they don't reply back. And let's not forget, this is all running fully automatically on autopilot, and all I had to do was select the contact and press add to sequence. Let's quickly summarize what we just covered. Create a job. This will define your workflow. Define the ideal profile, who you're looking for. This is what the automated screening will be based off of. Import your contacts. You can do bulk sourcing either from the sourcing tab or via the Jobin extension. Automate screening simply by selecting the pipeline that has the active ideal candidates, and Jobin does the rest. You can even toggle between in pipeline or not in pipeline, as well as both. And lastly, add to sequence. This runs the outreach, the follow-ups, the pipeline tracking, and it's all on autopilot. From here, all you need to do is watch replies come in, which you can even do from a built-in inbox, or simply look at your job pipeline and see your interested stage or whichever stage you're using automatically fill up. That's all you need to get started. You now know where to look and what to expect. So go ahead, create your first job, source some contacts, and try running a sequence. And if you want to delve deeper into a specific feature, the rest of the course videos will walk you through every next step.